Perfect autumn day for a training run.
In February 2016, the Chaeli Sports and Recreation Club started a conversation with Comrades Marathon Association around the inclusion of wheelchair athletes, because Anita Engelbrecht and Chaeli Mycroft had both qualified with their running buddies in joggers and had qualified by doing the Red Hill Marathon. Anita had also done the Two Oceans Ultra and several other marathons.
I'm actually looking forward to this.
I can't wait.
4th of February 2016, we put in our first letter of appeal and the motivation as to why Anita and Chaeli were good candidates to be the first wheelchair users. After we had heard from the Comrades Marathon that our application for Anita and Chaeli had been denied, we approached a friend who's an attorney, Donovan Cooper, who put together a legal document assisted by and advised by senior counsel John Whitehead and Mukesh Vasen. They used legal instruments like the Constitution of South Africa. They also quoted the rights contained in the United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities that South Africa had signed and ratified, and Athletics South Africa's own constitution, which protects the participation and the right of people with disabilities. After another month of waiting for ASA to hand down some kind of directive to CMA, we heard the awesome news in April that Anita and Chaeli had indeed been cleared to participate in the 2016 Comrades. Their last warm-up race was the Cape Town 12 one run with a field of 13,000 runners. They started in the front for safety reasons, and it was the most amazing spirit that you could feel from the very start line. And I think this is why it's important that people with different abilities are included in not only standard marathons but also ultra marathons. These young ladies are athletes in their own right. They are super resilient. Anita and Chaeli have fought against the odds, both of them having matriculated from mainstream schools. Chaeli is an honours student at the University of Cape Town. Anita is a third-year student at Stellenbosch University, where she's on the Dean's List, and she has a full bursary because of her academic prowess, and she is doing a BCom degree.
I'm thinking about doing honours in BCom Management Accounting next year.
I'm doing my honours in Social Policy and Management at UCT.
In 10 years' time, I'll see myself successful in many different ways.
I'm definitely still going to be an activist. I think that's something that is just, it's built into your DNA.
I see myself ticking off all the boxes of my adventures and make my dreams, every one of my dreams, a reality.
I definitely want to be working with grassroots issues and at the ground, because I think that's where you can make the most change.
I'm part of a student society on campus. It's called the Smarties. It's a society that promotes awareness about disability on campus and focusing on giving differently abled students as much as a student life as abled students.
We have started a student society called IQ Ability, where we raise awareness about disability issues on campus.
Another society I'm involved with, it's a church outreach society. It's called Trap de Jeug. We cycle for 2 different children homes.
We also have a role in holding the university accountable for what promises they make to students with disabilities.
There's a lot of challenges to being mobility impaired on campus, such as accessibility, but I'm very blessed to be in a faculty as the EMS faculty that really goes out of their way and walks the extra mile to make it so accessible for me as possible.
I don't think accessibility was high on the priority list when they built UCT. So it's challenging, but it's important to have people around you who can help you out.
I don't necessarily think there's perks of being mobility impaired, but there is definitely one, like standing in coffee lines. I don't fall in at the back, I fall in right at the front.
There's always an issue with finding a seat for able-bodied people, and I don't have that problem.
I'm very excited about the inclusion in the 91st Comrades. It's 8 days away and I can't wait.
It's very exciting to be able to participate in the Comrades 2016. I think we've had a good fight to make that possible.
And I think it's a step in a very good direction for inclusivity, especially for people with disabilities in South African sports.
I'm so excited to see what happens on the day.
My advice will be that for every setback there's a comeback, and only those who attempt the absurd will achieve the impossible. So sometimes you must be a little bit crazy to achieve the things you actually want to achieve.
It's wonderful that Anita and Hilton have known one another. Hilton has known Anita since she was 5 years old. Chaeli has two incredible running partners. James Chevalier and Brett Glenn are both her cycling partners for the Cape Town Cycle Tour. And once again, it speaks to relationship. Comrades 2016 on the 29th of May will go down in history as Comrades4all.
Super excited to be here.
It's going to be a good race.
It's going to be a big day out.
Going well.
Huge respect for you guys. Well done. Super busy. Truly unbelievable day out. The chaos en route was spectacular.
The support on the side of the road is phenomenal.
Really hard day, but we're super happy to be here.
Yeah, I'll do it again. I'll go back for
Everything was beside. It was an incredible experience. And I'll do it all over again, but only if it's with Hilton.
Anita got such a lot of support and people were shouting at Hilton and Anita all the time.
What a moment to be part of a history-making moment in the 91st Comrades for inclusion and disabled people to take part in.
I've been involved with the two biggest mass participation events in South Africa, being the Comrades Marathon and the Cape Town Cycle Tour. And it was just fantastic to see this year for the first time at the Comrades Marathon disabled athletes participating in the event, and that meant that for the first time in the 96 years of the Comrades history that the event was truly the most inclusive sporting event in South Africa, and that really warms my heart.
We were there to prove a point, and we wanted to show people that don't put disabled people in a box and say that it's too far or it's too hilly or we can't do it because the medical team isn't ready, because we can do that. We can do it, and we proved that point. And coming in at 10:51 was just even better, because we proved that point that we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it well.